Sam, nice to see you today. We are hoping, as we've seen that inflation number cross stateside on Friday, that things are getting better, not worse. Just give us a sense of what's crossing from their ECD.
So the supply chain issue at the moment is quite bad still in a lot of areas, especially when it comes to semiconductors and chips. There simply aren't enough chips to go round, and that means that a lot of products are unavailable this Christmas. I've just done a piece for the website all about how Santa isn't even going to be able to deliver the PS5, the Xbox Series S, and the kind of supply chain will hopefully resolve itself by the middle of next year, but we'll see.
Sam, you and I both were at Web Summit recently in Portugal with a ton of technology insiders. And I did speak to one of them that was in the semiconductor industry, and he said to me, look, do you think this is going away? If you think about all the things you're purchasing now with chips, do you think it's going away in coming years? I had to think about it. It's like, well, I don't have an electric vehicle yet. I don't have a lot of connected devices in the home, like the toaster, the kettle, the fridge. They're not connected at this point. So potentially he's right. Perhaps we don't know the demand story. What do you make of that? This huge change we're seeing now in terms of the technology with 5G and more connected devices. It could potentially mean that we see this go on for much, much longer than many people anticipate, right?
You are right there. There is chips in everything now, and there's not just one chip or two chips. There's often dozens or hundreds of chips in products. So we are putting semiconductors into an increasing number of items, and the chip manufacturers just can't keep up. You know, they take orders several months in advance, and they're already operating at capacity. So if someone goes to them now and says, we need more chips, they can't do it. They have to plan ahead. So it's hard to see this semiconductor crunch just going away. I think it's going to continue for at least another year, possibly 2 years, and who knows beyond that.
And short term, as we talk about what Santa may deliver this year, Sam, we know a lot of people have had their eye on hot devices. That's very typical of this time of year, whether it's gaming consoles or a phone or some form of a tablet. Yet there was also that impact where the pandemic brought forward a lot of the demand stories. So what does this year look like in context?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. You know, some products, including cars, have been particularly badly hit. So if you're after a car for Christmas, you can expect to have less features in there. You know, no up-to-date sat-nav, and some cars are having their parking sensors removed and things like that. So all in all, it's still quite bleak and quite bad for the consumer right now. And also prices are being passed on to the consumer too. So the price of chips has gone up by around 20 to 30%. So those price increases are being passed on to shoppers, and products are ultimately getting more expensive.
Yes, Sam.